Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Monsieur le sénateur du Congrès américain, accompagnant Monsieur le sénateur, nos enseignants d'anglais, nos élèves qui appartiennent à les établissements scolaires que nous gérons dans la région de Tanger-Tétouan, merci pour votre présence. Je vais essayer de faire une allocution en France en anglais afin que notre sénateur comprenne mieux au lieu de faire une traduction. Même si mon anglais n'est pas bon du tout. Donc on va commencer. The Honorable Keith Elisson, member of the American Congress, it's a pleasure and a great honor for me to welcome you in Tangier. And it's the gathering of the Moroccan students who benefit from the English Access Program. As you know, this program started in Morocco 7 years ago, and you know many other countries of the world. We are deeply grateful to the American government of this program, and we hope that you will continue to support it so that more and more. Yes, sir. Could benefit from it. As you know, the Moroccan-American relation dates back to more than 3 centuries, knowing that Morocco was the first country to recognize the independence of the United States of America. And our city, Tangier, host of the first American property aboard. That's the American legation. Is the American legation. There are many educational agreements between Morocco and United States of America, but we hope to strengthen our relation through more programs that enhance the exchange of experience and expertise in the field of education, and we hope to establish a twinning between some Moroccan and American schools and exchange students and the teachers visits from both countries. Once more, welcome a month, and thank you for your continuous support. Thank you very much.
In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, Mr. Keith Elisson, Mrs. Mary Jeffers, Mr. Mohammed Saeed Boudra, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's really a great honor to have you with us today. We made Access Tangier Micro Scholarship students, and to be speaking in front of you and our friends from other Access centers, namely ALC Tangier and Tétouan Access. In fact, our Access experience has been really successful and fruitful, gathering us and giving us such a great opportunity for learning and experiencing new things about English in particular and life in general. That's why we are proud of being members of this program. As far as we are concerned, Access Program is a highway to be updated of global issues and being aware of nowadays topics and situations. We learned pretty much about democracy, citizenship, education, sustainable development, global warming, and of course, other topics which are parts of our daily life. Moreover, it's an open door to discover the American culture, human values, and principles. Thanks to Access Program, we clearly and easily manage to express ourselves and demonstrate our skills, talents, and abilities as members of the Moroccan society. More than that, Access Program helped us shape our personality, mentality, ideas, and views so as to become very active learners and doers in life. Indeed, Access Program is a great experience for everyone, as it offered us a chance to share our problems, feelings, and emotions with our classmates and teachers through using English inside and outside the classroom. In this respect, we can admit that Access Program helped us understand and use the English language, as well as to get in touch with the American culture. Then we realized that English is the key to know more about ourselves, the others, and about the world in general. In addition, thanks to Access Program, we've become active, responsible, more self-confident, and open-minded learners who are ready to meet, face, and get in touch with all kinds of people, and especially with students from other Moroccan Access Centers. For all what we mentioned before, we'd like to thank the American Department of State and MAID for giving us this great and unforgettable experience, which will surely be stuck in our hearts and our memories. And now, we invite you to see a movie picturing our Access experience. Thank you all very much.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here. My name is Keith Ellison. I'm a member of the United States Congress, and I am so proud of you. I think that the work that you're doing is just tremendous. And the video was outstanding. Let's give a hand to everyone who worked on it. And I did not catch the name of that young lady who gave that excellent statement, but you did a fine job. And I'm so proud of the work you're doing. You just belted out that speech like you're a member of the parliament or something. And inshallah, you have a very bright future, and all of you have very, very bright futures. And I just want to let you all know that I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking to you right now, because I want to save time for you to say what's on your mind, to ask anything you want, and to make a statement. You don't even have to ask a question. You can just say what you're thinking. But I want you to know just a little bit about me. I want you to know that I grew up in the United States, in a city called Detroit, Michigan. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But it was because of caring adults like your headmaster and principal. Can we hear it for them for a moment? Just get together. Caring adults like your teachers, like your administrators. And I want to let you know that your teachers and your administrators and your principal and headmaster, they could be making a lot more money doing something else. They really could. But they care about you. And they're committed to you. And they believe in you. And they know that if they don't take their time and energy to invest it in you, then Morocco will not be a great nation as it can be. And we want Morocco, the great nation of Morocco, to even go to higher heights. And the only way to get it there is you. It's not about oil or gas or gold or diamonds under the ground. It's about your talent and creativity. And if you will remain optimistic, if you will work hard, if you will commit yourself to be the best person you can be, your country will be among the greatest the world has ever seen. So keep on working hard. I am committed to your success. If anything I can do by supporting this important program, I will do it. And I want you to know that you are our hope. And I want to just urge you to do a few things. One thing I urge you to do is to use the electronic media to meet young people in Morocco and also in the United States. Because has anybody here ever been to the United States? One, two, okay. Well, one thing, let me tell you, I've been to a lot of countries in this world. I've been to Mauritania, your neighbor, Egypt, Missouri. I've been to Jordan, Palestine. I've been to Israel. I've been to Lebanon. Been to Syria. Been to a lot of places. Pakistan, a lot of places in Africa. And I learned something. What I learned is that human beings are all unique. Only one person in this world has the fingerprints you have. That's you. Only one person has the irises in their eye is like you. There is no one in this world like you. And there has never been anybody in this world like you. And when you pass away from this world, nobody else like you is going to come again. You are unique. But while you're unique, we all want the same things. And I guarantee you, young people in the United States or in Algeria or in China, they want a better future. They want peace in this world. They want to be able to have a country where there's resources and income and enough money and good homes and housing, right? That's what you want, right? Yeah. And if we work together, we can get these things. So let's dedicate ourselves to each other, dedicate ourselves to the truth. And so I just want to say, Jazakallah khair, Barakallah feek, thank you for all that you're doing. So let's talk, let's have some conversation.
Good evening. My name is Hisham Ailini. I am a student, and it is a privilege to have this opportunities. 1 year ago, I didn't know anything about English. I didn't know how to write my name in English. I didn't know about Halloween, birthday, or Christmas. Do you know, I never ate pizza or hamburgers. But when I come to the American Language Center, especially I participated in the Access group, my life changed. Because we did lots of activities very important for my life, especially for my personality. For example, we went to the American legation. I saw the beautiful pictures, the old books, paintings. They come from my country, but I never see them before. One day, my teacher showed us a video about President Barack Obama when he talked to the students about his life. Then I know how President Barack Obama became the President of the United States. He used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he works hard. So this video is very interesting for my life, for my future, because it gives me the energy to work hard to become a good person in the future. So I thank you, and I thank the Access Group very much for all these opportunities.
This is a good opportunity to speak about you, about my experience with this program. I really have such lots of important things which I have learned with this program. I am Mr. El-Wahabi. I'm a young Moroccan student, age 16 years old. As far as I'm concerned, Access program is an important program which has improved my level of English in different fields and ways, from activities and studies. helped me to know more about American culture. It has ameliorated my English pronunciation and taught me how to communicate with other people from different ages. It opened plenty of doors to know about people's experiences and how they live. I have also learned what's tolerance and how to accept other traditions and beliefs, especially American ones. In the center, I can express my opinions and I try to find solutions to some situations of life. Thanks to the Access program, I have improved this language in different skills like writing, speaking, listening, and lots of others. We have had some parties where we have fun and we learn American celebrations and their traditions. I can't forget the day when we visited the orphanage where we found some abandoned children where they live. Some of them are sick and handicapped, but we allowed to forget them their problems and suffering, and that made them very happy. We gave them cookies and candies, and we also painted on their faces, as what you see as the video. I also participated in Access Student Talent Evening. It was really an educational event. It was a good experience where I met lots of students from different cities of Morocco. I remembered Martin Luther King who said, I have a dream. This person who realized his dream, and from this person I learned to be optimistic and ambitious. We watched this speech which the President Obama has made in a college in USA. He spoke about his beginning, how he was, and how he became. I understand that there isn't anything impossible in this life, thanks to the Access program. And I want to say that that was very difficult of me to say that at the first, but now I feel relaxed.
Good job. Excellent job. Who's next?
My friend, she said that Martin Luther had a dream. What's your dream when you were a child? When you were a child?
When I was a child, let me say, when I was a child, my dream was to go outside and play. But the truth is, when I was about your age, how old are you guys? 16, 17, 18? When I was your age, I did have a dream for a more fair and just America. And I worked on these issues as a college student. Have you all ever studied apartheid in South Africa?
I'm from South Africa.
You are from South Africa. Well, at my university, do you all know what it is? You know what we're talking about?
Apartheid, yes.
They don't? You don't know? Nelson Mandela. You know about that? Yes. Well, when I was a college student back in the 1980s, I went to university. I was 18 years old, and I got active trying to fight for justice to when my school said that, look, apartheid in South Africa is got to change, and that South Africa is a great country, but it would be greater without apartheid. And so we signed petitions, and that was the first thing I ever did to work on justice issues. And I was just a little bit older than you. I was 18 years old, but I did have a dream at that time to make it so that all people could be treated fairly, without regard to their skin color or their religion or whether they're male or female. These things are very important. And you mentioned Martin Luther King. Who mentioned Martin Luther King? Where's she at? Now, it's very important to understand something about Martin Luther King. He did not say, I have a complaint. He didn't say that. He said he had a dream. Now, if you ever think about it, it's a lot easier to sit around and complain about what's wrong than to actually get up and do something about it. He had a vision for a better world, not just a bunch of complaints about the way things were. And he did something about it, and you are doing something about your life and making your lives better. And if you all combine your efforts to make your lives better, you're going to make this whole country and this whole world better. Who else has something to say? Anybody?
Yeah. Are you ready for the reception downstairs?
Well, yeah, we're about ready, but I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to say something. Yeah.
Well, first of all, on behalf of all the students, the Access students and the LC students, I would like to thank you for being here and for giving us the opportunity to meet you. Also, I'd like to ask you a question. How is it like to be the only and first Muslim in the American Congress?
Well, I want you to know that that's an excellent question. Let's give her a hand for that question. And I want you to know that when I first started running, as my friend said, that in the United States, we run in districts. So every member of Congress represents a specific area. And the area I represent is Minneapolis, and I represent about 650,000 people. And most of the people, as my friend already said, are not they don't have dark skin like I do, you know. They're not Muslim, right? And so some people told me, you know, Keith, you can't win because people won't vote for you because you're not white and you're not a Christian. And I said, but you know what? But I do want clean air. I do want clean water. I do want education for all kids. And I do want to make sure that we get out of Iraq. And I do want to make sure that America is about promoting peace and that we promote diplomacy and friendship around the world. So I ran on these ideas. And it's true that some people did attack me for being a Muslim. Nobody really attacked me for being black. That really wasn't a big deal. I said, this must mean there's racial progress. But they did make a big deal about my religion. And I think the important lesson that I learned is that in life, if you try to do a good thing, some people might try to stop you, but you keep on pushing, right? And you will succeed, inshallah. So you can't be discouraged just because somebody has a complaint about you. You got to keep on marching, and you can't let them turn you bitter either. If you turn bitter because somebody opposes you, they win, right? So I ran and I reached out to everybody. I reached out to the people with disabilities. Where's the young lady who was talking about going to the school? Where's she? Where's she go? Oh yeah. I want to thank you for reaching out to people with disabilities. You know, there's prejudice against people with disabilities. You know, America had a president named Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Everybody say Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was a president. And you know what? He led America through the worst economic crisis our country ever saw, and World War II, and he did it from a wheelchair. You can't focus on what people can't do. You got to focus on what people can do. And just because somebody can't see, doesn't mean they can't see a better future for their country. You see what I'm saying? And you know what? Just because they can't walk doesn't mean they can't take a step forward. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to say. Don't ever cross somebody out because they have a disability. You embrace them, you befriend them, and you think about what they can do, not what they can't do. Okay? So okay, back to me being a Muslim, first Muslim. So when I ran, I won the race, and I swore in on the Quran, and I was the first person ever to do this. And when I did it, when I swore on the Quran, I didn't do it to make a big statement. I wasn't trying to push my religion on other people. I believe if you want to do dawah, you do it by being a good example, not trying to beat everybody over the head with what you believe. Be a good example, that's all. Right? And if they take it or leave it, it's up to them. But I did it because it was the book that was natural for me to use. And there have been people who are Jewish who used the Holy Scripture of the Jewish people, and I think that's just great. And there are people who use the Bible because that's the book that inspires them. But after it was over, you know, people wanted to know, well, you know, this book, why did you do this? I said, I used the Quran because the book inspired me, but I want you to know I also used not just any Quran. I used the Quran that was in the personal library of Thomas Jefferson. Now, Thomas Jefferson is a very important person in American history. He wrote the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. And he wrote, and so this Quran that he used, when people asked me, why did you use Jefferson's Quran? I told them, I talked about you. I told them that, you know what? Islam is not foreign to America. In fact, the first nation that ever recognized the United States as an independent nation was a Muslim majority nation, Morocco. I told them all about you. And I told them that Thomas Jefferson engaged in treaties with the king of Morocco at the time, and that we have a long history and that Islam is not foreign to America, but is actually a part of American history and a part of the American modernity and reality. So that's just a little bit about me being the first Muslim, and I want you to know that my colleagues treat me well. I don't have any problem with my colleagues. Sometimes they ask me questions about Islam, and I'm not a sheikh and I'm not an imam, but I do my best, you know. And I also want you to know that there have been people who have said ignorant, bigoted, unkind things, but I don't let them provoke me. Now, let me just tell you guys one more thing. The worst thing you can do with somebody who's trying to provoke you is to reward them by getting provoked. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, this man was threatening to burn Qurans in Florida. Did you all hear about that?
Yes. John.
Now, we told the Ummah, we said, look, you know, this guy's trying to provoke you. He wants you to have a rowdy demonstration. Y'all know what I mean by rowdy demonstration? He wants you to kick over some trash cans, break some windows. He wants you to act up. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. Now, if you do that, he will get what he wants. He'll take pictures of you and then say, see how these people are? So the best thing you can do is say, we're very sorry this man has so little respect for the faith of other people. We're not going to be provoked. And this was even an occasion where the American Muslims were able to tell the American people a little bit of something about Islam. We told them that there was one occasion where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was in the masjid, and a man came into the masjid and he urinated on the floor. Some of you know the story, right? Do you know it? Yes. And you know, the brothers were offended by this, and they got up and they were gonna grab him. You know what I mean? Yes. But Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, no, get some water, clean it up. And you know what? Because Rasulullah was not provoked, right?
Hello everybody, my name is Abshibaj. I'm so pleased to meet you and talk to you. I want to say welcome in Tangier, everybody. I will present one of the great jurist activities we have done in the Access program. It was an orphanage. We went to, it's a hospital where they keep children and little babies. which are neglected, and we will have a scene. This, when we get to the hospital. The access students were decorated the place where we have a fan, and when we had the party, we had some candies and a lot of food that we give it to the children, and this is decorated. This is the access students and the two children. We were painting in their faces like that. This one. That's all. I want to say thanks to Access program. From this day, I decided to change my life. I decided to be well sympathetic towards children. Thanks to Access program. Thanks to America. You really changed my life.
From the Access students in Tangier. From the Access students in Tangier, I have the honor to meet you today. I want to show you an activity which we did in the American Language Center in Tangier. It was a Halloween. It was a Halloween party. A Halloween party 2010. We did many things in this party. I will show you some of them. First we put banking on the table, then everybody came, and we started to cover the banking. Then our teachers choose the best banking to give to the winner, to give to the winner group a prize which was pizza out. Let me say our teachers, Mrs. Elisson and Mr. Bukhari, give to the group who had the best banking, a prize which like I said, a pizza out. Then we share our activity to the whole classes in our American Language Center. Then we give to every class a bag of candy to share our party, our activity to everyone. So like you say, the Access students had a fun party about something which is deeply rooted in the American culture. So thank you very much. Members of the member of the Congress, and to all the teachers and to all the Access students.
Elisson Tangier is going to present his song, so it's
You all have lots of talent. You can sing, you can make movies, you can do all kinds of things. It's great. Does anyone have anything that they would like to say or ask?
Okay. Yeah. He wanted to say something,
Yeah, okay.
so 1 minute.
1 minute,
30
yeah,
seconds.
less than 1 minute. Good evening, everybody. Let me tell you just a little experience about me and Keith Elisson. I was honored to have met Mr. Keith Elisson in 2009 at a forum that he's doing. He's organizing several forums a year, and I was lucky to attend one of his forums. And let me tell you, when I attended this forum, I changed my impression about the American people in general. I knew a lot about America and the United States and the American people, but when I attended his forum, I had a different view. What I learned at his forum, I saw he is a congressman, the only Muslim congressman in the United States, the first one ever who fought. And you can't imagine how proud and happy I was when I met him, and I always admire him, and I always take an opportunity to talk about him. What I learned at the forum is that the constituent, the people who have voted for him, the majority of them are not African American. They are white people. They are not Muslim. They are Christians or no religion at all. But they chose him. And that made me so proud of being a Muslim, because he really represents the true teachings of Islam. He is giving a very good image about us as Muslims. And another thing I learned about the people in attending the forum, they were all white. There was only one African American attending, and they all trust him. And the proof of that is that lately there was a re-election of the Congress, the member of the Congress, and he was re-elected. That's because the people believe in him. And I'm always taking an opportunity to say that I'm very proud of Mr. Keith Elisson, and I admire him, and I invite you all to follow him and learn about him more and find out more information about him. Thank you.
Does anyone have anything they want to ask, or any point they would like to make, or some information they would like to share? Speak up strong.
I want to speak about my experience with this program.
Good.